OpenAI just spent 8 figures on a URL. Welcome back to the AI Daily Brief Headlines Edition, all the daily AI news you need in around 5 minutes. We kick off today with OpenAI, where ChatGPT has gotten a new domain name, chat.com. In general, a change of domain name wouldn't be the hugest news. However, this is one of the more storied domain names in the history of the web. The domain was first registered in September 1996, making it one of the earliest domains. It was purchased for $15.5 million by the founder and CTO of HubSpot, Dharmesh Shah, in early 2023. At the time, Shah wrote on his LinkedIn page, "The reason I bought chat.com is simple. I think chat-based UX is the next big thing in software. Communicating with computers and software through a natural language interface is much more intuitive. This is made possible by generative AI." Shah never did anything substantial with the domain and announced that it had been sold to a mystery buyer back in March. Yesterday, he posted on X, "Secret acquirer of $15+ million domain name chat.com revealed, and it's exactly who you'd think." Addressing the burning question of the sale price, Shah presented a cryptic ChatGPT prompt. The substance was basically that he never sells domain names at a loss, and he always wanted to own some OpenAI shares. Next up today, we turn to the Middle East, where Saudi Arabia is planning a $100 billion AI hub to rival neighboring projects in the UAE. Citing people familiar with the matter, Bloomberg reports the project will include data centers, startups, and other infrastructure to develop artificial intelligence. Called Project Transcendence, the initiative is aiming on recruiting new talent to the kingdom and developing the local tech ecosystem. The kingdom's public investment fund will provide the $100 billion investment required. Earlier in the week, Google announced they're taking part in the initiative, which would include research on Arabic LLMs and, quote, Saudi-specific AI applications. Google wasn't clear on what the term meant, but many presume it refers to models to assist with resource extraction. State-owned oil giant Saudi Aramco is already using AI across their operations and are seeing 15% production boosts at some oil sites. Google and Saudi Arabia are reportedly spending between $5 and $10 billion on the joint project. Project Transcendence intends to partner with additional large tech firms by providing assistance with infrastructure and capital. The ambition seems large, with sources stating the goal is to bridge the gap between the kingdom's gap with China and the US on AI expertise. They said that the kingdom views this entity becoming as large as the Abu Dhabi G42 AI conglomerate. As Ben Palladian put it, data is the new oil, and Saudi Arabia is setting its sights on AI dominance in the Middle East and North Africa. With a $100 billion investment, the kingdom aims to fuel a digital transformation, shaping industries from health to energy. As AI reshapes the future, Saudi Arabia is ready to lead the charge. Here's one that is surprisingly controversial and maybe shows a little bit of AI fatigue setting in. Microsoft is upgrading some of their oldest tools with new AI features. Notepad, their stripped-down text editor first released back in 1983, now has an AI writing assistant. According to the Windows Insider blog, users can tap AI to rephrase sentences, adjust tone, and modify the length of your content. The feature can be activated by simply right-clicking a highlighted passage of text. Users can then select from 3 suggestions in a dialog box. Paint will also have new AI image editing tools. Users can access generative fill and generative erase, and all of these features are being previewed by Windows insiders currently and will be rolled out in Windows 11 over the coming months. LLM Sherpa writes, "Why? I do almost everything in Notepad because it's simple and I'm too burnt for better. I write my prompts and jailbreaks, edit code, take quick notes. Notepad is great because it's lightweight and minimal AF. Why are you like this, Microsoft?" Still, obviously, one of the big trends we're watching right now is whether AI integrated into very core basic experiences like this or like what we're seeing with Apple Intelligence is going to be a better path in for some new folks to join the AI party. Lastly today, a follow-up from our story on Perplexity's election strategy. And frankly, the company did really well. The startup launched their election hub days before the vote, serving information about candidates and polling locations. On election night, they served real-time election insights and vote count maps as the results came in. All reports suggest it was extremely accurate and user-friendly, going off without a hitch. Notably, most of the other AI labs decided to sit this one out, with OpenAI's ChatGPT and Google's Gemini flat out refusing to answer questions about the election. xAI's Grok was happy to discuss the election, but the results weren't very impressive. Writes TechCrunch, "The answers we received weren't consistent. In one case, Grok said that Trump hadn't in fact won Ohio or North Carolina because voting was ongoing. The way in which the question was worded made a difference. Adding presidential before election in the query, who won the 2024 election in Ohio, was less likely to yield a Trump won answer." While some painted this as misinformation, Grok did provide prominent links to vote.gov for more accurate information and links to the X posts it was using as sources. In contrast, TechCrunch writes, Perplexity took a risky bet and it paid off. It's understandable why most AI labs sat this election out, they wrote. It was the safe and responsible choice for many of them, as they've been plagued by embarrassing hallucinations at some point or another in the last year. The Perplexity team were clearly putting all their effort towards making sure their bet paid off. CEO Aravind Srinivas spent the night monitoring X for bug reports and swiftly resolving them. Most impressively, their model was able to respond to questions about specific states with carefully hedged yet informative answers. TechCrunch commented, Perplexity only showed a few small hallucinations and largely produced relevant facts in a timely manner. Summing it up was Naval, who wrote, Polymarket for predictions, Perplexity for results. That, however, is going to do it for today's AI Daily Brief Headlines edition. Next up, the main episode.